All right, I think I might get going. So, welcome to another episode of Levitate Live. Perhaps it's your first time here. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great week. I've had one of those weeks actually where I had an enormous to-do list at the start of the week, and I thought I was going to get it all done. And here we are on Friday lunchtime, and I realize there is no way I'm going to get through it all. So it's good practice for me because it's forcing me to attempt to let go, let go of the need to get to the end of my to-do list. Understand that there is always a next day, there is always another week, especially when you're self-employed, as I am doing entrepreneurial things. I'm my own worst enemy. But also it means that I can slack off, and my boss isn't going to say anything, other than the old internal narrative inner critic up here. Anyway, we're trying something new today. This is a highly technological solution. I've got a microphone here. I am streaming through some streaming software. This is going live to YouTube. The Levitate channel, it's there right now. It's also live on my Facebook page and on Periscope. Now, that many channels means that something probably almost certainly will go wrong. So, do please let me know in the chat box if there's no sound, if the video keeps on dropping out, because I won't inflict this on you regularly if it's worse than what I've been doing before. But hopefully it's a little upgrade on sort of chatting through my Apple earphones to my Mac. So let's see how we go. The topic for today's meditation is immunity. What does meditation have to do with immunity? Well, the science is really, really good. Now, I won't say... I will not say that meditation is going to do anything for you in the short term when it comes to coronavirus. Let's be sensible about it. We are talking about longer, slower, trait-like changes that come from a regular meditation practice. That said, we're going to have a little taste of what that might feel like today. And we're going to start by taking a little journey of the imagination. So what I want you to do is find a really comfortable position, and perhaps allow your eyes to fall closed. I think it will be easier for us imagining. Just a big hello to everyone who's joining and saying things in the chat. Hello, Clinton. Hello, whoever else is here. So please close your eyes though, and let's just take a couple of deep, slow breaths. Deep, slow breathing is one of the ways that we're going to rewire our stress response, and it is one of the ways that we're going to supercharge our immune system. So I want you to take these deep, slow breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, sending each one deep down into your belly. We are belly breathing. And most of us spend our lives kind of doing short, shallow, kind of fast breaths up here in our chests. And that is especially true when we're really, really stressed. So if you find that you're breathing up there, I don't want you to worry about it. That is probably just what your body needs at the moment. But if you can slow it down, do try and slow it down. We're sending these breaths deep into our bellies, feeling the air travel in through your nostrils, down your throat, into your chest, down to your diaphragm, and then flowing back up from your belly to your chest, to your throat, to the back of your mouth and out of your mouth or nostrils. Now, with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine that you are walking through the jungle back to your village, carrying water. It is some 20,000 years ago, for what it's worth. And there you are, carrying water back to the village, when all of a sudden you hear the cracking of twigs on the forest floor and what might just be the hiss, growl, or roar of a saber-toothed tiger. Now, I'm not going to keep you here too long because it will stress you out, but it would be helpful to have a little contrast. So now, in the moment that you hear that noise, before a conscious thought has had a chance or the time to cross your brain or express itself in words, your body is already getting the signal to run or fight and prepare itself for fight or flight or freeze. Always forget about freeze. And all of this is happening in milliseconds. So your blood is being redirected away from inessential systems towards your heart, obviously, your lungs, your arms and legs, because you're preparing your body to run or to fight. Your blood pressure has gone up through the roof. Your blood platelets are plumping up, getting ready for clotting if there's an injury. Adrenaline is surging through your system. That is followed by cortisol. And the systems in your body which are inessential for your short-term survival, we're talking like the survival that's going to happen right now, well, they are shutting down. So your digestive system is shutting down. It is totally not essential to your survival that you're able to fully digest the meal you're working on right now. Your reproductive system, now that might make you chuckle, but your reproductive system is also shutting down. It is clearly not all that useful in the here and now if you are facing a saber-toothed tiger, and your immune system is deprioritized. Now, all of those things are helpful because they're taking up resources, and those are resources that are going to be critical in your encounter with this tiger should it walk in your direction. But they are ruinously bad for us when this is happening long term, when it's not just a single reaction to a saber-toothed tiger, but rather dozens or hundreds of moments in our days when our needs aren't being met, when we're being stressed by something. Now, we've come a long way in the last 20,000 years, but one thing that hasn't changed really is the hardware that we're running. Our brains are not really able to differentiate, or rather the part of brain that determines survival, whether we move into fight and flight, the amygdala, the sort of lizard brain, is not able to differentiate between a saber-toothed tiger and a slightly hesitant look from your boss when you're giving a presentation. Now, dozens of times a day, we will find that that fight and flight system is activated. And we have some level of anxiety or stress response. But it's when that is being pinged all the time by notifications in your phone, by a 24-hour news cycle, by things going on in your relationships with the people around you, by all the demands of the modern world, even by things like us being able to light our days and our rooms for as long as we need to. So we're working and staying awake longer than we used to. The evenings that would have been a time for quiet conversation around a fireside, not being overly romantic here, have been replaced by Netflix, blue light, stimulating content, work. You get the idea. So the good news is that we also have a system which does the exact opposite of fight and flight. So if fight and flight is useful for short-term survival but terribly ruinous for our health long-term, that goes without saying. If your immune system is permanently suppressed, if your digestive system isn't functioning properly, if your reproductive system isn't firing on all cylinders, then these problems are going to play out until they become pathological. But we do have this other system, and it's called rest and digest. It's your parasympathetic nervous system. It is activated when you are feeling calm, safe, in familiar surroundings, surrounded by people you love, or like at least, when you've got that feeling of belonging. That is when your body is able to digest its food, recuperate from any injuries, clear up any toxins, get the immune system firing on all cylinders and, nipping little microorganisms in the bud if they are where they shouldn't be. And that is the system that we activate when we practice meditation, and it's the system we activate when we slow down our breathing. So let's just spend a couple of your valuable minutes breathing. If you've joined and I was already going, you've missed a fascinating session on fight and flight, but rest assured the recording will remain ad infinitum on YouTube. So you can always just head over to the Levitate Meditation and Wellbeing channel and catch up on what you missed. But now we are closing our eyes and taking a few more deep breaths. I want you to breathe in and out through your nose, just following the breath as it travels in through your nostrils, to the back of your nose, to the back of your throat, down your throat into your upper chest, the middle of your chest, lower chest, down to your diaphragm, to your belly. And then as the air flows back out, you don't have to breathe as slowly as I'm speaking, but it's helpful to slow it down a little. When we slow down our breathing, we give our bodies and our brains the signal that we are in a safe, calm, relaxed environment. And when we're safe and calm and relaxed, our immune system is working well, our reproductive system is working well, our digestive system is working well, we're looking after ourselves. So let's strengthen that mind-body connection. Taking these lovely deep breaths down into your belly. Remembering that the body is a storehouse for stress. Whatever you haven't processed consciously, I can guarantee is going to show up or has already shown up somewhere in your body. So as you're breathing, if you notice any patterns of tension or stress in your shoulders, in your temples, in your jaws, in your belly, in your chest, just take the opportunity to let that tension flow out of you with every breath. How does it feel to breathe right now? While you're here, there is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to fix. We are simply breathing and connecting to the sensations in our body, connecting to the environment we're in, and in time, deepening our connection with the people around us. We are connecting. We are repairing. We are healing. And we are, with a little bit of luck, just starting to get that immune system moving. If you practice this on a regular, if you take time out of your day to breathe, you will tend to find that you get sick less often, you have less back problems, less trips to the osteopath, you have less digestive problems, and you have less problems in the bedroom. The systems that are suppressed when we're stressed, when we feel like we're fighting for our survival, are all just there waiting to come back online. And we can connect with them and restore them to their So these sessions are designed to be just 15 minutes long, and the time's almost up. But I want you to practice this on your own time, just stopping and breathing. Let's together take a deep, slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in and out, allowing your shoulders to soften, your chest to soften, your belly to soften, your shoulder blades, the top of your spine, the middle of your back, and your lower back, just allowing the tension to drain out of you, allowing your hips to soften, your pelvis, your seat, your legs, your arms, your hands, and your feet, letting the tension drain out of you. Check in with the back of your neck, the back of your head, are they as soft as they could be? Your temples, your cheekbones, your jaws, your mouth, your tongue, and the crown of your head. With a little bit of luck, you are feeling more deeply relaxed than you were when you joined. If you join right at the end of the session, then it will be immediately available on YouTube after the session ends, so please just hang on a couple of minutes and skip back to the start. Let's take one more breath together, in through your nose, and then just let it all out with a sigh. Noticing the connection between your body and the seat beneath you, or your feet on the ground. Noticing any sounds in your environment. And when you like, you could blink open your eyes. Come back into the room, or wherever it is that you're doing this. How is that for everyone? Thank you so much for joining. It means a lot to me. It's lovely to see a bunch of you spread out across YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. This was, I think, a glorious experiment. Let me know if the sound was terrible or the video was dropping out, because I'm going to keep on trying to improve. Got some new kit on the way, which should make me a slightly more shiny live caster. But I'm certainly not intending to be like a slick kind of influencer type. I just think that better streaming would mean a better experience for you at the other end if you're meditating along. So yeah, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'm going to try and get better at announcing these meditations before they happen. They are every weekday at 2 p.m. I've been doing them for the whole length of the Corona crisis. This was episode 22. We cover unbelievably a different topic every single day. So no repeats, although I'm not entirely holding myself to that. And if you come back and hear me say a few of the same things, well then repetition is the thing that enables us to learn. So forgive me if I repeat myself. In a way, there is not that much to meditation. It is incredibly simple. We've all been able to do it since we were babies, but as we've become more sophisticated, as we have categorized the world in terms of thoughts and concepts and our place in the world and our jobs and our relationships, we will have tended to have got further and further and further away from just being able to stop and breathe and connect with the moment we're in, the body we're in, the environment we're in, and the people who are around us. That is the point of meditation. Now, as I said throughout this episode, it will boost your immune system, but it will not make you immune to corona. These are trait-like changes that come from sustained practice, but even the smallest practice of stopping and breathing gives your body a chance to catch up, gives your brain the signal that you are not in fight and flight, and starts to bring your immune system, your digestive system, and your reproductive system back online. Happy you, happy animal, happy relationships that you'll find yourself in. That's all for me for now. So thank you again. Look after yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you back here very, very soon. If you've got questions, just stick around and ask me after this session. I normally leave it running for a minute or two just in case, but otherwise I will catch you soon. Have a beauteous weekend. Look after yourself. Look after each other. Bye-bye. Just working out how to turn this thing off. I hope no one's still here. If you are, ta-ra from me. I'll see you soon.